Yo, what is going on, you lazy lantern? Today we're finally playing some games with Mewtwo. It's one of the most requested decks that I've had from you guys to try out. Worked on a list on the stream the other day, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Check it out. I stream every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern at the minimum. Sometimes you'll find me on the weekends or streaming longer hours on the weekdays. But yeah, this is the list. The deck's pretty fun. Deck's pretty cool. And I don't really have too much to say on the deck besides that. I think we should go ahead and get into some games. My list isn't that extremely different than probably the lists you guys have been seeing. There are some stuff I don't play or some stuff I do play that is a little bit different, but yeah, nothing extreme. The point of the deck is to try and abuse Trevenant for the most part as our main attacker through Mewtwo or just by the Trevenant itself. One of our main combos is to go ahead and go Horror House GX on our first turn, going second, and then using Night Watch every turn from there on out until we need to switch it up and use a different attack. We got the Stinger combo in here with the Baby Blound to beat like some control decks. Giratina is always just a good thing in Malamar decks, so we got one of him. Sometimes you need to hit him with the Venom Shot. Let's go ahead, let's play some games. First game, here we go, up against my man Heatwave 285. See what he's playing, see what he's rocking. Now, one card I don't play in here that I would definitely just mention that I think is pretty good in the deck is the Big Charms. Took them out recently just because I was like, I feel like I don't find them fast enough. So we're going second. We do have the Horror House, turn one Horror House going second. That is like one of our, but we want to usually use it through Mewtwo so then we can just go right into Trevenant. So this is not quite ideal, but it's not terrible. Yeah, not going to be that big of a deal. We have the Marnie as well to disrupt our opponent's hand depending on what they're playing. It is the ADP Zacian deck. This is where Big Charm is actually very good, and we don't have it. Unfortunately, I'm not playing it, so I'm not going to be able to abuse that, unfortunately, but we'll be fine. Two Malamars in the hand, so we definitely don't want Professor's Research's hand away. Thankfully, we do not have a Professor's Research in our hand. There's an escape board. And pass. Okay. Here we go. Line up the house. Ooh, there is a Mewtwo now. I'm actually going to go with Mewtwo to copy it. That way it is easier for us to get into the Trevenant on the following turn. I completely whiffed everything here. Was hoping for a switch card or a way to get to Dedenne. We do play 7 ways to find Dedenne. We have 3 switch and both air balloons in the deck, so we had a lot of ways to move our dude around. Did whiff. Gonna have to be the Inkay here, and sheesh, not looking great. Not looking great. We'll see what happens on the next turn. Can look to just use the Trevenant on the following turn. Just go with that. See how that works out. For us, I think that's going to have to be our game plan anyways. We'll see what our opponent has on their turn. And then once they do finally take that first tag team knockout, we can hit them with the Stamp plus Trevenant and completely wipe out their hand. There is a Shrine. That's never nice to see. We do play Chaotic Swell, so we have ways to remove the Shrine from being too annoying. But yeah, the Shrine is pretty annoying. Discard the switch. They're going to go with a Marnie themselves. That's fine with me. Our current hand didn't have a switch card or a way to get it to Dedenne. Well, I guess the Dedenne didn't really matter there. The switch card. Switch cards was what's relevant here. Okay, Stamp. Ooh, not when we want to draw the Reset Stamp. That's actually a pretty bad draw alongside the Professor's Research, because now that means we're going to have to lose a Stamp here, and we want that for the late game, and now we won't have it, so that kind of stinks. Oh well, we're just going to have to work with it. Let's see. We are going to go with the Trevenant attack here, as long as he's in the deck. I guess I don't even know if he's in the deck or not. Get rid of this. Malamar. Yep. Trevenant's in that. We have more ways to find Trevenant than Malamar because of the Cherish Balls, so we're going to get the Malamar as opposed to the Trevenant in this instance. Here, more ways to find the Trev. Well, I would rather have the Trevenant in the discard pile. No Trevenant yet. Oh man, I feel like I'm just not. I got like so many Pokemon search cards in my deck right now, but where are they? You're going to have to reach for it with Dedenne here. That's fine. We lose double Marnie. Which at this point, for the way the matchup's currently set up, that's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. There is the Trevenant. Debating benching it versus quickballing it. I think I'd rather quickball it in this instance. Go ahead, get the, well, we can't go into Babel's Emblem. We could get the Mewtwo, or we could just go for the Absol to disrupt our opponent. I think I'm going to go with the Absol here. Disrupt them with the Absol, and then Night Watch. They only have a 3-card hand. We're going to take 2 of them away. This could completely cripple our opponent's setup. We got double Professor's Research, so now I'm actually super curious as to what the last card in their hand actually is. Is it another Professor's Research, or are they just gonna pass? We got the double. Oh, they at least have an energy going. Okay, No supporter for the turn, though, so worked out pretty well. They will have the Zacian set up, though, so they are going to be able to draw these first 3 prize cards on my Mewtwo on their next turn. No problem for them. We are running real low on draw supporters in this one. If we do Professor's Research here, going to go ahead and Cherish Ball. I have not GX attacked yet. Could Stinger. Doesn't seem very good. If I Stinger, I lose the game. Yeah. Let's get rid of the Dragonite, I think. We have more access to Dragonite than... Oh, we same amount of access to those, actually. Let's grab Dragonite here. Malamar, and then Professor's Research. It would be nice if we actually had a bench spot that I could have built up a Mewtwo, actually. And then maybe that would have been better if I had built up a Mewtwo on the bench to use the Dragonite to one-shot the Zacian on the next turn. Now we don't have that going for us at all, which doesn't feel great. I'm going to go ahead and Psychic Recharge to the Absol. Give ourselves a pivot to work with. And then Night Watch. Knockout ADP. They're going to respond by knocking us out. There goes that Zacian from their hand back into their deck. I'm not sure why they didn't bench it. Holding on to it doesn't seem... I guess they could... No, because they always know I'm going to Night Watch there, right? I guess, yeah, I'm always Night Watching. I'm never a reason for me not to Night Watch. All right. Got the Ditto Latios. Naganadel. We got 2 Great Catchers, which are going to be absolutely useless. Yeah, we're looking for that other Reset Stamp. We have Quick Ball and Treasure to access everything else. There's the Celebush into the Research, so they're all good to get back into the game as far as drawing cards go. And they only need an energy to retreat the Jirachi, which they should see here off of these 7 cards, or a switch card. They should see one of those 2 things almost guaranteed here. So they're in a fine spot. We are in trouble, I think. On my side, I actually don't know how I'm going to actually be able to close out this game right now without the Reset Stamp. If we get the Reset Stamp, I think there's definitely a decent chance we can close it out. But without Reset Stamp, it's looking rough. I don't know how we're going to be able to get our last 3 prize cards before our opponent does, unless this guy stays trapped. Maybe they whiffed energy. They're getting down here. Just 3 cards in hand. Did they get a switch? Okay, they got an energy to retreat the Jirachi. Second Zacian almost set up. This matchup has felt tough for Mewtwo, specifically on the side of when I've played it. I felt like this matchup has actually been pretty easy for the Zacian ADP. I've never had trouble against the Mewtwo. Maybe the difference would be those big charms. Maybe I should put the big charms back in this build. All right, Cherish Ball. Thin out the deck of this. Yeah, second snap actually is prized. So, oh boy. Well, we don't have many good options here. Gonna go ahead, grab this. Just thin out our deck here. One thing I do like about this deck is how many Pokemon Search cards it plays, so how fast we can like kind of thin out our deck of all of our Pokemon. It feels pretty nice. I wonder if I should just go for the Poltergeist and hope we hit 5. That's kind of feeling like the correct way to go about it here. Try and take the one shot. Using a Night Watch, it feels way too slow. So I think it has to be that, man. I think we have to go in with the Poltergeist here. Try and one-shot the Zacian. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't see a better out. Poltergeist 1-2, only 100 damage. Not even close. I guess the only good thing that comes out of this is they currently don't one-shot our Mewtwo. And if they have to hard retreat their Zacian, that means that they might not be able to attack on the following turn. But yeah, it's not looking good. No matter if they just get a Vitality Band, a Zigzagoon if they play that. There's a couple things they could get here. There's the Vitality Band. There's the switch as well, and that's just gonna knock out our Mewtwo. Yeah, rough one there, but we'll go again. See if it doesn't get a little bit better for us. Okay, into another one. Heads. Like I said, I've been trying to opt to go second to give our opponent 2 turns of no supporters. So our game plan is gonna be use Mewtwo to copy Gengar, and then just use the House GX, make it so they can't play any cards on their next turn, and then we just start using Marnie into Trevenant, or ideally, but sometimes they just put themselves at a low hand count, and we just beat them through that. There's an immediate catcher. Our opponent opened a Diglett. I don't know what's going on, bro. I haven't seen this Diglett before. I don't know whose mains this is. All right, Cherish Ball. Get myself. So we need Dedenne. And I think it's the only thing we need is Dedenne. So we just want to put our Pokemon that we need in the discard pile. There's no Gengar Mimikyu. Welp. Sometimes he's prized. So, we need Dedenne. Something I can discard though. Trevnor's here, but so is Mewtwo. I guess I'll keep Trevnor. Let's just go ahead and let's get these guys in the discard pile. Let's get the Stinger. I'm gonna treasure him away. Gonna grab. I'll get the Giratina into the discard pile as well. We might. There's a Diglett there, so I feel like we maybe want to use Giratina actually. I'm gonna quick ball for. I don't know, man. Let's grab ourselves the Absol, I guess. Absol is pretty good to just have in play. Cherish Ball. Grab myself that Dedenne. Bench Absol. Bring Giratina back. Yeah. Looks like a one prizer deck. Let's use the Giratina. Maybe I shouldn't have even. Well, no, I opened Mewtwo because I want it in my active. No, opening Mewtwo was still fine. I'm like reasoning myself. Was opening Mewtwo correct? Yes, it was. All right, treasure away, Psychic. Grab this guy to discard. Seems better to have him in the discard pile than not. Treasure away the Dragonite. Don't really need to grab anything there. And then just Marnie. Shuffle on the bottom because I'd rather. Oh, maybe I wouldn't want to put something on the bottom of the deck. I guess it maybe would have been better to actually have done that. And I think that's it. Pass over to our opponent. See what they've actually got going on with this Diglett. They can evolve him now. I assume it is going to be the metal Diglett that says discard as many metal energy as you want from your hand. Its attack does 30 damage times that. There's an ADP to go along with it. And Zacian. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I got no idea. Is it Zacian ADP? Oh, now I have this energy over here on this Giratina where I definitely don't want it to be now that I see what my opponent's playing. But their hand is also just kind of 3 dead cards. So can I really complain? Yeah, I can still really complain. I can still complain if I want to. Intrepid Sword. Draw some more cards. All right. Yeah, I'm going to complain. I'm going to go ahead and complain. Guess we're just going to start swinging through with the Giratina here. Do that. Switch into it. Cherish Ball. Hopefully there's something to grab here. Yeah, grab this guy. And then just hit him with the Research. Hopefully finding a Psychic Energy. We have quite a few left in the deck. There we go. Psychic Energy and a Malamar and a Research. This hand is actually really good. And then you got Shadow Impact. Knock out this Diglett. Gonna go ahead and punch, I don't know, the Dedenne. Let's punch Absol here. I could just punch myself as well, but if they play something weird, like, I don't know, some of those weird one prize attackers, like you know, some of those guys, I don't want this guy to be like really easy to knock out for like a Zapdos or something. There we go. That's a perfect example. Something like a Zapdos. There's another catcher from our opponent. They're all about trying to stall me, bro. Not just taking the hit. They're like, nah, I don't want to take this hit. There's gonna be a stamp to 5. Seems a little bit unnecessary from my opponent. Didn't work out that well either. Still chilling. There's a great. Yeah, they're literally all about trying to stall me here. Bringing up my Mewtwo or my Dedenne, I guess, but he just takes 1 to retreat. I don't really understand. They definitely should have brought out the Mewtwo. He's got 2 retreat costs. Big difference. And Intrepid Sword. So kind of just a poor draw here from our opponent. Go ahead and quick ball away the Latios. Grab the baby Blacephalon. I'm going to put him on the bottom of the deck. This time I'm going to do it correctly. I'm actually going to take something, put it on the bottom of the deck because I don't want to see it anytime soon. We won't need it for a while if we are going to need it. Shuffle those back up there, buddy. Do not. I should have put Trevnor in the discard pile probably. Could have gone and attacked with Trevnor here. We could have gone switch into Tina, hard retreat, psychic recharge, switch again. But I didn't because I didn't put Trevnor in the discard pile early. I probably should just put it in the discard pile early. Like I'm saying, probably should have ended up there. All right, we're just gonna hit this guy, punch this guy. Next turn, we're gonna try for the Trevnor to knock out this ADP. Take some cards out of our opponent's hand as well with the Marnie combo. Marnie them to 4. Take some cards out of the hand. Hope it does enough. We'll see. There's a quick ball. There it goes. Okay, so it's this Doug Trio. Home ground. If you have any stadium card in play, this attack does 60 more damage. So I'm assuming they play this home ground Doug Trio to give themselves a little bit better of a matchup against Pikarom. Because with the Altered Creation, you will actually be one-shotting Pikarom with the home ground. That home ground advantage that the Doug Trio does bring to the matchup. So I assume that's their reasoning for playing the home ground. They do have rainbows, so put a rainbow on it to get to that fighting energy. It's kind of cool. Did they just get another catcher there? Okay, they're not going to use it though. I was like, are they just going to catcher me again? Not quite. Still chilling. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, I think I am going to go with that retreat. And then we will psychic recharge, load up this Mewtwo. And I do just want to use the boy. I'm gonna go get him here with the quick ball. We're not gonna use Marnie now because we did top deck the quick ball, because that means we can grab Trevenant and put him in our discard pile to use the Night Watch. Take some of these cards out of our opponent's hand, make it harder for them to pull off their plays. Just be a kind of oppressive with the Night Watch right now. It's in here somewhere. Night Watch, knockout. Here we go, knockout with the Night Watch. Ooh, I could have actually attached to my active here, so that way I could actually knock this guy out with Dragonite on the next turn. So I definitely messed that up there. I could have actually just knocked this out with Dragonite on the next turn, which I think is definitely better than just going Night Watch again. Just go Dragonite knockout. There's a catcher though, so they might help us out here, bringing up our Absol. We can now Psychic Recharge once, attach here, and then look for, or we can Psychic Recharge twice. And then, I don't know if I want Professor's Research though, because then we're going to be pretty close to decking out. But we win pretty soon, so it's probably just fine. How many switches do we have left? 1 switch left, 2 Air Balloon left. We can hard retreat the active as well. Should be okay. Oh, can no longer hard retreat the active. We need to get an Air Balloon or a switch. If we can knock this guy out, yeah, we're definitely going to go for it here. They have to be low on catcher, right? 1, 2, 3, and a Great Catcher. There's the Air Balloon. Gonna go ahead and quick ball away this. Get ourselves this. 5 energy, Air Balloon, and switch left in the deck. I think there's 2 in here, actually. There is. Psychic Recharge. And Psychic Recharge. So we can never actually use the Baby Blacephalon for its full effect anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and treasure it away. Completely thin out the deck. Our deck is just Psychic Energy. Switch and Air Balloon. Retreat. And we get to use the Dragonite's 270 Sky Judgment attack, knocking out this ADP. And as long as we don't get knocked out by this Zacian, we can do the same thing next turn and Sky Judgment knock out the Zacian after it punches us, most likely, by going switch to this guy. Oh, he's already got the Air Balloon, so we don't have to get an Air Balloon. Just go switch to him, Psychic Recharge, attach, bring it back to the active, and Sky Judgment again. And then that's game. But we'll see what our opponent has. They might do something different here. To try and, like, that might just, like, not send up a Zacian. Zacian might not end up in their active at the end of their turn, which means we can't KO it, because our only gust effects are the Great Catchers, so not quite how that works for us. We can't Great Catcher Zacian. Only GX and EX Pokemon can be Great Catchered. We'll see, though. There's a switch. There's a Diglett. 2-2 line of Diglett, apparently, of the Doug Trio, I should say. I don't know. Maybe it's a Diglett line, though. Is it really a Doug Trio line, or is it really a Diglett line? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Switch into the Zacian. Okay, they're actually setting up the Zacian, so this just should give us game. Interesting. I don't understand that choice at all. I don't understand it at all. I'm not gonna lie. Don't understand it. All right. Attach active. Professor's Research. Oh, we only had 1 prize left. Oops. For some reason, I thought we had 2. I thought we had. I don't know. For some reason, I thought I had 2 prizes. I can't explain it. Got the switch though, so it doesn't matter. Switch to the bench, and then we're gonna go with that Psychic Recharge to the Mewtwo, and then we will also Psychic Recharge to the Mewtwo. I can't explain why I thought I had 2 prize cards left. We had 1 the whole time, and it is going to be a nice go ahead and Sky Judgment, knock out the Zacian to close out this one with a win over ADP Zacian Doug Trio. And that's going to do it for this video on the Mewtwo Malamar deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.